Majesties. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You are loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. It's not new to us anymore. What has been happening for the past 2 days between Russia, Ukraine, the United States, France. In short, the whole world powers. Something is going on right now, and it's like they are all against Russia, and that draws attention. That draws attention. You can call me whatever you want to call me, but I believe that this is happening. They are going all in, all together. Like you see the way they are all coming together, the United Kingdom, France, United States of America, all the governments of significance are coming together, or all the significant governments are coming together. They are working together to support Ukraine against Russia. This just, I don't know, but what came to my mind immediately when I sensed that this happenings is, okay, they are all angry that this is the backbone of Ibrahim Traore. It is this guy that hindered us. It is this guy that is the support of the African people. It is because of this guy that the African people have courage, they have strength to come out and talk back at us. You see, it is because of this guy that our interest in Africa is going down. It is because of this guy. So we would have to take out this guy so that we can get through to others. You saw the recent protection that Russia or Putin is giving to Ibrahim Traore. It is because of Putin that the recent attack on Ibrahim was not able to push through. And the whole of Europe and America put in efforts. This is my own idea. This is how I'm seeing this whole thing playing out. Okay? I'm not saying you should agree with me, but I and some Pan-Africans have this thought as well. We've sat down and talked about this. They are coming all in against Russia right now because Russia hindered them from getting through to their prey. Russia had hindered them. You know, for the recent times, I made a video about the recent relationship between the African people and Russia because of Putin and Ibrahim Traore, how the bond is getting stronger. And there was something I said, I hope this lasts without any more wars. And Ukraine is the best puppet they can use. Ukraine was the best way they can use, the best tool rather. Ukraine was the best tool they can use to fight against Russia because there was something before they had a history. Gone are those days where the African people just believe that, whatever the mainstream media says, whatever the world power says about somebody, African people believes it. But now it's no. The African people are saying, we are not buying that anymore. Okay? We are tired of you painting Putin as a bad, wicked man who is unaliving people, but you are orchestrating something. You stirred something. Because of Russia, the help Russia is giving to, Burkina Faso and the Sahel countries, a lot of Africans are beginning to trust Russia. They are beginning to believe that Russia is the best ally instead of, the collective West. And that is why everybody is pulling away from the collective West to Russia. That alone had endangered the interests that the collective West have in Africa. And so they can do anything. Europe and America have come out openly to let you know that Russia is the one that is in between Africa and them. Russia is the one that is in between their interests in Africa. So for them to get through, to succeed, they will have to take out Russia. Taking out Russia means taking out the backbone, taking out Putin. Taking out Putin means taking out the backbone of Ibrahim Traore. Because there is a bond, the bond has been created. There is no way harm will come to Traore this time that Putin will not be involved anymore. When I saw the recent, protection system that was given to Ibrahim Traore during the victory parade, I sensed something. Okay, I felt like Putin knew that these people are really targeting this young man, and he will have to come in. Like Putin has endangered his life for the sake of the African people. For the sake of an African, Putin endangered his life. Because coming all out and giving that kind of protection to Ibrahim Traore sent a message. I am the one behind this guy. If you touch this guy, you touch me. And so they got the message. And then I felt like, okay, since you are the backbone of Ibrahim Traore, since you are the backbone of the African people, we will have to come together now and go all in destroying you so that we can have access to Africa and the praise and to whoever we want to have access to. When I sat down and think about this critically from the African view, this is what I gathered. And I want you to listen to, some of these elaborations, and then we will take it up from there, Your Majesty.
You were thinking the war would end soon. You need to think again, because everything had escalated today, the 26th of May, 2025. Yesterday, Ukraine launched over 150 drones into Russian Federation, mainly targeting Moscow. Ukraine tried to test and to break the air defense layers of Moscow. Russia claimed they shut down all 150 drones. In retaliation, Russia launched 355 drones and I think about 20 missiles into Ukraine. We saw everything that happened during the attack. Ukraine claimed they shut down 288 drones and 9 missiles. Now, it's not about who launched the biggest drone attack or who shut down the most. Even regardless that these drones are shut down, they still fall and still cause damages. That is what you need to understand. But today, the 26th of May, 2025, everything escalated, badly. France, UK, Germany, and apparently the United States had lifted all restrictions on their weapon Ukraine has, which means Ukraine can now target up to 450 miles deep into Russia with any weapon from France, Germany, or UK, or the United States. That is a massive escalation. Russia had called a security meeting immediately in the last hour. What was discussed in that security meeting? They kept it secret. That is not good. That is not good. Why some of you might be happy that, yes, they gave Ukraine the authority and the permission to strike deep inside Russia. That is not a good news. Even though it sounded or it sounds like a good news, it is not. The president of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, made a statement not long ago. He said, hammer Ukraine, bombard Ukraine, make them suffer. Donald Trump called him crazy. He said he's going to show the world crazy. This is really interesting, guys. And like I said, this war is not going anywhere yet. The escalation had just started. We know and we saw what happened previously when United States gave the authorization for Ukraine to use the IMARS system into Russian Federation. We saw the action Russia took, some drastic action, but thank God they stopped. But now we have 5 top European countries actively in a war situation with Russia. Germany, France, UK, and they claimed United States. Obviously, you know that United States would have been, informed. They would have given the green light, because if the United States says no, who is Germany? Who is France? Who is UK to give that authorization? So Donald Trump must have said yes to it. That is a fact. Whichever way you look at it, Donald Trump must have given the green light. The German government announced they will be giving Ukraine extra 120 TRAORE missiles, which has a range of about 350 miles, I think about 450 kilometers. Let's wait and see what comes through. Russia have already won. The first time I saw a map, I actually saw a map of the areas within Russian Federation that the longest range missiles given to Ukraine can reach. And I think it's about, like I said earlier, it's about 400 miles into Russia. Russia had already done the plan, they've done the map, they've circled the danger areas where these missiles can reach or hit. And it is going to be a game changer. Something, I don't want to keep being negative, but if you have a good sense of reasoning, if you're with your senses and you've been following this conflict and you've been following me, seeing the kind of stuff I post, you will know that Russia is going to do something really bad. Russia is going to prove these people wrong yet once again. This is the last straw, by the way. If you think of it, this is the last straw they've pulled, and it will be interesting how Russia respond to this. I don't want to throw any words out here, but let's just wait and see what happens next. That is the news. Everything had escalated today, the 26th of May.
All right, Your Majesties, that's Big Shy 411 there. You can check him out on all social media handle. Now, Putin is angry, and it is for a fact. For Putin to say, hammer Ukraine, bombard Ukraine, for them to go in for that, private meeting they've not informed or briefed anyone about what they had decided upon in that meeting. Something is going to happen. Like Putin all this while have been ready for the collective West, and they have just pressed the wrong button at this point, because at this time Putin is not smiling at all, because he knows that he is not the only one at stake. His life is not the only one at stake anymore. Quite a good number of people, their life are also at stake with his. Just imagine that Putin is no more. Imagine that Putin goes, like Putin exit this life to the next. Your Majesties, I don't know. As African, and as Pan-African, I'm looking at it in a way that majority of people would not look at it in. I was just imagining it. What if Putin had gone? Okay, and there is no one to scare the West of Africa. There's no one to scare the West of Ibrahim Traore. I know, even without Putin, protection is there. But I think we need a physical terror, something physical that could scare the collective West. And that physical thing, that physical figure or personality is Putin. So just imagine Putin is not there. There is no hindrance at all. They are not scared. But they see Putin, they see Russia as that, bad influence to Africa and the African people. That Russia is that bad influence. It is Russia that is giving us the morale. It is Russia that is making our head to swell. And they will come out and say, no, we are not giving you mineral resources anymore. And we are not even scared of them coming to, scare us with all their ammunitions and everything. Because I feel like Russia is beginning to teach us some ways, some tactics. Russia is beginning to expose to us how to produce some of these, deadly weapons as well. So we become independent, you see? Now, do you understand now how important it is for the African people to have their own war machineries? I hope you understand me. Remember, one of the major plans of Ibrahim Traore, working closely with Russia and Putin, is to develop their own intercontinental ballistic missile, to develop their own war equipment, to prepare as well. Is there any country in Africa that are prepared for war? No. But Ibrahim is looking towards that in collaboration with Putin and Russia. So to them, Russia is spoiling us. Putin is spoiling us. So they will have to resurrect the war that was gradually dying down, to use that war between Russia and Ukraine as an excuse to take out Putin. Remember, Putin was targeted personally. They targeted his plane and all this. There is no way that Ukraine will have such power to rise up again. Look at, was it not Zelensky we saw just yesterday? Yesterday, running towards African countries, the same Zelensky that was rejected after being used. Now they need him again. They go to him and offer to give him all the help that he needs. And still, Zelensky will never learn. Anyway, here's a pawn in their hand. I think it was like he is their creation. So whenever they need him, they just bring him and then he, do their bidding, and that is it. So this is exactly what is happening at this point. And the African people are saying, we understand the game, the whole of Europe and America at this point. We understand what you want to do. You want to take out that. We stand as a backbone to the African people and the African freedom fighters in the Sahel, Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, and General Tiani. We are aware of what you are doing, and we are watching you closely, Your Majesties. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.